Hey guys, welcome to Red50. Thank you for tuning into another video. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. I own a 2019 Mustang GT and make Mustang related content, as well as general automotive content. If you share the same passion of cars like me, please consider subscribing below for future videos. So my 2019 Mustang GT Premium is equipped with the 401A package, which is a package on top of your regular Premium Mustang package, also known as the 400A package. I had been searching for a 401A package for when I was shopping for my car, mainly due to the digital gauge cluster, which we'll cover later in the video. But for some reason, it was really hard to find a car that did not have many options aside from the 401A package. It seems like most dealers had cars that had 401A package, also decided to include Performance Pack 1 or 2, which is an additional $4,000 or $6,000. So once you add those up, you're nearing $50,000, if not more, for just a Mustang GT. And I say that because you're able to probably get a Shelby GT350, couple years older, maybe with like very low miles around that price range, or even get a Corvette for that price, and if you don't really need the back seats. So it's hard to justify spending more than $50,000 just for your Mustang GT. My personal opinion is that you pick your Mustang to either be specced out as a track monster, which is with a base or 301 interior and mainly focusing on those performance pack and magnet ride features, if you know you're going to be building a track car and will be doing track days frequently. For most of us out there, the car may never see the track or maybe occasional track day or two, so it makes sense to go premium route and enjoy the features on your daily commute. I do plan on taking my car to the track eventually once everything opens up, so please make sure to subscribe for some track day footage. Since my car is a daily driver at first, I went with the premium route for my Mustang. In addition to my car being a GT Premium, it also comes with the 401A package, which, as I mentioned earlier, is kind of like a Premium Plus trim level for your Mustang. Now, keep in mind if you're shopping for Ecoboost, the 200A package is what 400A is for GT, and 201A package is what 401A package is to the GT. In terms of features and specs, I think it's pretty identical, so this video should help out even if you're looking for Ecoboost. So stay tuned, because in this video we will be looking at an in-depth look at the 401A package, specifically for 2018 and up Mustangs. We will look at all the features the 401A package has to offer, the pricing on it, and if it's worth the cost. The video should help you out even if you're in the market for a new Mustang GT or Ecoboost, or even a used one from 2018 and up. With that being said, let's dive right into the video. Let me highlight all the features we get with the 401A package, and then we will talk about each of these in depth later in the video. So with the 401A package, you will get the 12-inch digital gauge cluster, which in my opinion is a huge selling point for the 401A package. You'll also get the heated steering wheel, nicer leather seats, better use of materials throughout the cabin and stitching on your leather seats, unique instrumental panel, blind spot monitoring, memory seating, navigation system, and also FordPass access. All of this is going to set back $2,200. Now, keep in mind that you have to have the premium trim, which is the 400A package, which costs $4,000 on its own before you can add the 401A. So technically, to get the 401A package, you're looking at $6,200 in addition to any other features you may have on your Mustang build. Okay, so first up we will cover the digital gauge option. You can tell from these clips that the dash just looks amazing in the interior, even when turned off. I think it makes your Mustang feel like a luxury car, and in my opinion also future-proofs your Mustang, as the industry seems to be moving toward some sort of digital cluster in most cars nowadays. Since the car has 401A package, the steering wheel also comes with a pony button, which allows you to customize your dash in many different ways, from 3 unique layouts to different color schemes and whatnot. Alright, so let's start off by looking at this cool animation that you get on a startup as soon as you start your car. I think, in my opinion, the startup animation looks really cool. As mentioned, you can press the pony button to kind of customize everything within the dash. We will touch on these later in the video. This is basically what the sport layout looks like and what my car is usually in by default, but we'll cover all 3 layouts. So if you press the pony button, you get into this menu, go all the way down for the cluster appearance, and you have three different options: normal, sport, and track. So normal pretty much looks like your normal gauge cluster. It just gives you the ability to customize however you want to. Sport one is what we were just into, so it now you can kind of see the drastic difference. Your RPMs kind of go across the board, and just has like a nice touch to it. While track one is pretty much all out with the tachometer being the main focus. You can also use the toggle switches to change your drive mode, and your gauge is going to change accordingly. Alright, so one of the first few features is the My Mode, which kind of allows you to customize your exhaust, steering wheel, or MagneRide if you have that, and kind of hold OK to save it in that setting. So every time you display the status of your My Mode, it's always going to be in that setting. We will also look at the exhaust mode. If your car is equipped with the active exhaust, you can switch it up from quiet, normal, sport, and track, and also the quiet start timer, which as Ford likes to call it good neighbor mode, which allows you to pick any time frame, and your car is going to start in quiet mode by default during this time. We also have some of the track apps with the acceleration, brakes, and lap timing. Most of them start automatically, so as soon as you start, as soon as you accelerate or brake, it's going to start timing it, so you don't have to worry about that. We also have different gauges. Instead of showing my mode status there, you can also display up to 3 gauges here, and you can customize this. I believe there's like 6 total gauges that you can sort it out. Seven gauges actually. So you can sort them out whatever you want to display. And I think it's kind of neat and adds a little bit more dynamic touch to it. Lastly, you have the customization of color. So you have primary, secondary colors, and as you can see, as I'm changing the colors, like for orange, so all the highlights are orange. Secondary colors are your outline for the revs and everything, so you see that's kind of like purple hue. So it gives you the ability to kind of customize however you want to. Now, obviously, the digital dash offers so many customizations, so many cool features that if I decide to cover each of them in detail, this video will be way too long. So I decided to make a video earlier that covers all of these in depth. So if you're interested in that, please click the link in the description or the card above to learn more about the digital dash. Alright, so next up, let's talk about the better materials used throughout the cabin to give our Mustang a little bit of an upscale feel to it. So you can see the shifter has nicer leather stitching to it, while the area surrounding the shifter where you would rest your hands is all soft touch material. And if you notice closely, the pattern that kind of follows on either end of the Sync 3 screen is also all soft touch instead of hard edged plastic. The handbrake received the similar treatment as the shifter, is wrapped up in leather with hand stitching on it to give it a little bit more of a premium feel. Now obviously all these touches throughout the cabin, they're small on their own, but it's really nice to have these things. It just makes your car feel a little bit more premium, and gone are the days where Ford used hard plastics everywhere. Also, if you notice where your knees would kind of touch, right up there, is they've also wrapped that or padded that with leather, which in my opinion, that's something I never really would have thought was needed, but it's nice to have that. So if you ever hit your knee right to the console, it's not going to be hard plastic that's going to hurt you. It's just soft leather. The doors also receive a premium treatment compared to just a 400A package. I think the leather on this is a little bit more thicker, and obviously you got the hand stitching on there, so it just overall feels nicer to, rest your elbows on there, or even when you're just opening the door, it has a nice feeling to it. The leather treatment from the doors finds its way to the leather seats as well. 401A package uses much nicer leather for your leather seats, and also has this cool little pattern to it. Let me zoom in to see if you can see it. But I think it's pretty cool, and obviously it's perforated leather too. It's going to be more breathable, so as your car gets high up in miles, you're not going to have to worry about your leather seats looking pretty rusty. And obviously you will still get the hand stitching on the leather seats. The 401A package is also going to give you the blind spot monitor, as you can see in the top right corner. I think it's pretty useful to have it with the compromised visibility in a car like Mustang compared to a sedan or an SUV. It's neat to have that. Normal premium Mustangs are going to give you that blind spot mirror. Those work just fine too, but if you can have the technology, then why not? Another neat feature that you receive with the 401A package is the memory seating, which actually used to be an option on 400A packages, but they upped it for some reason. But anyway, this allows you to kind of set up your driver profile. So if you're going to be sharing your car with your spouse or someone on the regular basis, you can kind of set your driver profile, and it will adjust your mirror, seating position, steering wheel, and all of that stuff as it detects the right key. So you don't have to manually adjust it. Now the next feature I'm not too fond of is your hand-stitched floor mats, as Ford likes to call it premium trim. I think they look like normal floor mats with just stitching around them, so I would have liked to see like a Mustang logo or something to add the coolness factor, but what are you going to do? But a redeeming feature for the 401A package is this instrumental panel, which kind of runs across from your driver to passenger side. It has this nice snakeskin tone to it, subtle gray, whereas on other cars like base or premium, you'll find this silverish tone. So I think it's just a nice added touch to the car. It's hard to kind of capture it over the video. I honestly didn't even know 401A had it until I got my car, and now I noticed the other Mustangs. I'm like, wow, this is a pretty neat feature to have. Next up, we've got the navigation system, which is standard on your 401A package. I personally actually have not used it much, to be honest with you, since Apple CarPlay works better, but you've got your standard navigation options, search for food, fuel, all that stuff, search directly for directions. You also have a couple different layouts that you can use. You can have a full-blown map or have directions running side by side. So in my opinion, it's decent if you don't have service and you have to use it. It also, since you have a digital dash, it also gives you the directions on the dash itself. So as you can see where it says off route, this will pretty much tell you turn by turn directions there as well. Another feature that 401A package offers is the heated steering wheel. It's something that I did not think I was going to use much until I went through the winter with my car, and now I'm a believer. It's pretty much like having heated seats. You don't realize you need it until you have it, so it's pretty neat to have it. You can turn it on from the Sync 3 screen, and it works flawlessly. Last up, we've got this FordPass app that allows you to control various different features for your Mustang with your iPhone. So let's take a look at it. This app allows you to pretty much control your car, and it gives you various different features that you can use, monitor your information in the car. I did make a video on this that goes over how to set it up and all the features in depth, so I'll link it up for you in the description, and you can also click the card above. So guys, there you have it. That pretty much sums up all the features 401A package has to offer for your Mustang GT or 201A package for your Mustang Ecoboost. As you can see that there's a lot of features for only $2,200, which makes this package an incredible value. If you've already decided on a premium Mustang, I think it's a no-brainer to spend another $2,200 to get all these extra features for your Mustang. Not to mention it will help you with the resale value down the road, so you will be able to get some of the costs back as well. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it to be useful in making your decision for your future Mustang purchase. Please consider giving it a like and subscribing to Red 50 for future videos. Don't forget to check out this Corsa Extreme playlist and this playlist for S550 Mustang features in order to see what other features S550 Mustangs have.